Hello and welcome to the 2025 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. We've got 5 events this year, but we're starting as always in Cheongsong, South Korea. This structure has become the place where we start the UIAA season, and we're going to be coming back for the next 5 years. It's enormous. There's room for 4 big routes that go up the curving walls, ice barrels hanging off, the speed wall in the middle, and what's kind of cool about this place is there's an actual ice curtain waterfall thing behind me. This whole area is a winter sports destination, so it means that you can come and have a ski, have an ice climb, and of course watch our athletes on the wall itself. Before we kick off though, here's a reminder of what happened last season. For the women's lead, the overall title was won by Woonshun Shin, who started things off with a gold medal here, so one to watch. Her teammate Lee Younggeon also won the overall and a gold medal, so 2 athletes for the home crowd to cheer for. A new season means a fresh start for everyone, and the athletes have been training hard during the off-season, hours of blood, sweat and tears in the gym for just a few minutes of action on the wall. It's going to be intense. Well, we're straight into the action on the wall because Vivian LaBelle is underway. A couple of clips in and into the ice barrel section. My name is Matt Groom. I'm joined by Eric Lillick in the commentary box, member of Team US. Illick, I'm so sorry, sir.
You're all good.
How are you doing today?
I'm great.
Well, we are watching Vivian go fig fours on the bottom couple of moves in these metal gold holds. And Eric, tell us a little bit about these, because you've been climbing on holds similar to this.
I have. They're resin. They're not metal. They're spray painted gold, and they're cast resin.
They confused me with that one. They're not allowed to do that. That's unbelievable.
The metal is usually way scarier, and, you know, here you don't get metal as much, although now there's more. This year we saw a lot more metal in qualifiers, and it was kind of significantly harder than it's been in previous years. This is my first year here, but
yeah, well, it's lovely to have you. I'm sorry you didn't make finals, but 8 athletes for the men, 8 for the women have qualified during the qualification and semi-finals. It was earlier today, and Vivian, on the first of the hard moves here, tries to get the wrap and sticks it.
Yeah, no kidding. Perfect.
Yeah, so good precision from her on what is a powerful move, missing the volume. Got to be careful here not to kick the quick draw as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and not to kick the rope and not to kick yourself.
We do talk a lot about how extreme this sport is, because it really is. These athletes climbing with deadly weapons, putting it all on the line. And Vivi is getting lots of support, including on YouTube. Hello to everyone who's watching. Raphael saying, "Allez, Vivi, please say hello. Let us know where in the world you're coming from and watching this broadcast." Melody Sarah says, "Hello, Eric." So you got a fan. And Vivian now into this horizontal roof section. And Eric, these routes, we were chatting about it off air. What's your general impression of these? Well, let's start with the women's. What's your impression of the women's route?
I think they both look really fun. They don't look... So I heard from the route setters, they're not supposed to be hard per se, but rather fast. It's a race, you know, it's finals. We want it to be a good show. You don't want people struggling and falling off early. You want people going up and topping and making it about time, about getting up to the top as fast as you can.
Oh, hang on, as you said that, Vivian with a big slip into the barriers there, kicking hard with that right foot.
That's hard too, that push, like you're pushing all the way across, you're keeping tension in both tools, you can't lose it.
Well, an early moment for Vivian there. She'll have to calm that heart rate down just a little bit as she swings to the right, and you can see suddenly a bit nervy with her movements.
No kidding, look at her feet.
Yeah, so a bit of a shake. A shaky start here. Okay, well, she's got the quick draw in, and before these barrels, she might take a moment to breathe. Now, Eric, tell us about these barrels, because obviously ice, but not ice as we know it.
We've been trying to figure it out all weekend. We think they're ice with like maybe canvas inside, but they have a metal substructure because they have to hang and they have to be structurally sound. But they're not that heavy. We tried picking one up earlier, and they might be hollow. We're not entirely sure.
Okay, interesting.
But they're all uniform, and you can use any part of the barrel that has a hole in it that's blue, and then you can swing into the top of them.
Yeah, and the swinging is fairly new this year.
It is. It was a rule change. You didn't used to be able to. They've gotten rid of the red top of the entire barrel.
Yeah, and we saw that used a few times in semi-finals.
Yeah, semi-finals for sure.
Right, now Vivian into figure fours here as she comes her way through the barrel. You can see those blue marks that Eric was talking about, and they're pretty good holes.
They're great holes. They're deep holes that you can really hook into. But there is a benefit to going earlier. They're fresher.
Yes, because we see the edge getting chipped away, and they might get a bit deeper, but they're less secure. And Vivian, and these barrels are so fascinating to me because the athlete has got to watch being tangled up. They have to watch the rope. They have to not get too cold on them. There's a lot going on.
Oh, come on, you got it.
And Vivian is struggling here, shattering the ice with those crampons as she kicks again and again and again.
So
hanging off. No.
Oh, it's so hard to get a purchase on those when you get lost.
Yeah, you can see it desperate because they're quite hard as well.
Well, and they shatter. Because like plywood, you kick in and your feet are stuck. The ice, it breaks and your feet go away. And then you're just hanging in midair, hoping for the best.
Well, an early run for Vivian here. We will let you know in terms of scores on the doors at some point as we go through proceedings. So, but obviously the first athlete out will be in the lead. This is a replay of what happened. This was the first big move.
Big move, yeah. And see how she catches it almost at the back of her tool and has to slide it forward.
A bit of an adjustment. And this is where it started to go to pieces for her. And we saw this in the semi-final with the ice barrels for the women.
Yeah.
Those who moved quickly through them seemed to improve the best. Those who hung around, it just seemed to get worse and worse.
Yeah, you get stuck in them.
Well, lots of people joining us from around the world. Shout out to Marco Fabris, who says hello. Macwit is watching from Bozeman. Hello. Eric, you're getting lots of support. Obviously, some fans out there on the YouTube chat. But there's a lot of new people watching ice climbing this year.
US ice climbing team.
Yeah, they are surrounded by the Korean team as well. It's black versus white out there in terms of jackets. But yeah, there's a lot of new people. So, guys, if you're watching this for the first time and you're confused, please send us some questions. We'll try to answer them. So, Tristan Ladevant. Now, this man's a bit of a legend, isn't he?
He is. One of two.
One of two. His brother Luna had an unfortunate slip in semi-finals. I spoke to him after that, and he told me he has no idea what happened. And he just kind of pinged out of a pocket.
Oh, you got those. And the great news is there's 3 more of those, I think, up ahead for him.
Oh, gosh.
So we'll see how that goes.
Well, Tristan Ladevant on the way for Team France now. First time we get to see the men's route. Slightly longer in terms of distance. We think it winds a bit more. And there's a bizarre move coming up into 2 ice barrels.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's good.
I think
that's the expert here in the box.
If I had to guess, I think you go into one and then you transfer into the other and then you go up. Because it looks kind of like a zigzag.
Well, we're about to see it anyway. So off this stein, we think it's a stein anyway.
It's definitely a stein.
And then up above his head, you can see the shadows of those ice boxes hanging.
And they are so cool. I mean, to have a square box like that you can climb through, and there's holes on all the sides in different places.
I think he's on the volume here. It's quite hard to see from the camera angle because the boxes haven't started swinging yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Then into the side.
The camera doesn't really do it justice how far away those are from the wall.
That's a good point, actually, Eric. Yeah, look at the... and fours to get through?
Figure, that's a 9.
Explain the difference for us.
A figure of 4 is an opposite hand to an opposite leg, and a figure of 9 is the same. They do different things. Like a figure of 4 will let you go... you can't see my hands. I'm using my hands to describe this. It lets you go vertically, whereas... or I guess I should say horizontally, whereas a figure of 9 will let you turn more. You can spin better.
I'm with you. Well, that's an awkward clip for Tristan. He's got to be careful not to sit on and weight that rope, but he seems to have untangled himself just about now.
He made that look so easy.
But this is powerful. He's kind of left himself hanging a long way from the wall and has to do kind of a front lever kick to get himself up.
And he's going to have to vertical 4 to get up to the next hold.
This is going to be draining the battery of Tristan Ladevant here, and you can just feel the power seeping away. What's he going to do? And he might want to clip from this position as well. No, maybe
You
next.
want to move first, you have to.
Okay, so he's... At least he can have a breather on those arms. And you've got to be careful with the heel of his boot there. There's no spurs like there used to be there. And he's just getting tangled up with the draw itself.
Oh, yeah.
I think what he's... Because he's grabbed... Yeah, so he grabbed the dog bone of the quick draw rather than the rope.
Yeah.
Bit of drama here early on in this competition. The men have 7 minutes on the clock, by the way, to complete the route. Women, 7.5.
That's cool.
All right, precision now from Tristan. Seems to recover just a little bit from that hanging cut loose moment earlier on. But then this sequence as well, no feet. And you've got to be quite careful not to hit the back of the structure here.
You can't hook it. You can tap it. But yes, you cannot hook it.
Yeah.
Anytime it stops your motion, that's considered a fault.
Oh, and you can see the way he's creeping that left leg out to try to stay away from it. He doesn't want to give the judges any reason. And now what do you do? Is it a jump or is it a fig four
it's got to
move?
be a fig four.
He looked to jump, didn't he?
I know. He did.
He wanted to dino off that right hand. And he still might.
Come on, you got it.
Okay.
Nice.
Now cut loose. Now the legs go over. It makes the clip and looks towards the ice barrels. This men's route is intense.
Yeah. Well, it's just, they're going to tire him out, and then, they got to get to the top and climb even harder.
And there's a big head wall to come.
Yeah.
All right, 3.5 minutes on the clock.
Oh, did you see how he just bounced up from first straight to second? He didn't even change.
Confident climbing for sure here.
Yeah. And understanding how you're going to take your next moves. It's almost like a game of chess. In the next 3 moves, you climb better.
It's a sort of a game of very violent, terrifying chess.
Absolutely.
But I'm with you, yeah. YouTube chat, what are we thinking of this? We're enjoying Tristan's run. What do you think of this men's route on our first way through it? Please let us know your opinions as he gets... And now, what's the difference between kind of going over your wrist and going over your forearm? Or the crook of your elbow?
Well, the further down you get on your arm, the less efficient it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not always easy to get as close as you want to be. But if you can be on your wrist, that's kind of the most efficient because you're squeezing your leg around your wrist and locking yourself in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tristan showing some good technique then.
He's got great technique. He makes it look so easy.
And these ice barrels are long, this section. Very pumpy. You said it was kind of weird and complicated, this, and I see what you mean now.
See how far these are? It's not an easy move to do that. And he's kind of...
Yeah, he's trying to get some height. Super squirrely.
Pump too.
Oh, he nearly fell there.
There you go.
Look at this. Big slip.
Come on.
Again.
You can do it.
So Tristan shakes out and resets here.
And he's going, it looks like there's a hole in the bottom of that upper barrel. So it's not too far, but nice. There you go.
One of those moves in isolation, easy. But after all that climbing, it starts to burn away at your forearms. Awkward clip as well, but he gets it in. Right, he'll be happy to see the end of these ice barrels and move on to some plywood again.
Tristan, you can do it.
He'll have to get another clip in first, though. More time spent on the ice.
Oh, but he's being... he used all 3 of his positions to get up there. He went through first, grabbed up to first and a half, dropped a finger, got up to second. Now he's in a good place, but...
And when you're talking about that, you're talking about the position he's holding the tools in, his grip.
So the very bottom where he is now, that's first position. There you see.
Now this is the rule change. Yeah, I like this rule change.
It's great.
I want to see some swinging.
Well, the problem is if you hit it too hard, it could break the barrel. And there's other barrels. And technically,
this rule came up in semi-finals, and my co-commentator was telling me that apparently it's just life if it breaks on you.
It's just life.
Yeah, it's not a technical.
You don't get technical in ice.
No, quite what they do to reset the ice barrel. We might have to fill for a while, but it hasn't happened, luckily.
Drive the truck in, break the ice.
Honestly, it would probably happen like that, yes. So we play some mood music. Right, leaderboard on the left.
He's on the head wall.
Yeah, he's up to
see the best part.
Hold 27, but the time is ticking. Now, this clock, I'd say 90% accurate. So, but still a guidance here. And he drops out a shot down. Both ice axes plummet past his head. We were very punched in our camera angle. We'd love to see a replay of that just to see what happens as he gives a bow. Ever the showman.
Tristan Ladevant.
Wow, Tristan breathes heavy. That was a battle for him all the way
a lot
through.
of work.
It was, yeah. Well, we're going to see some replays and hopefully see a replay of that fall because it was a spectacular one at the end. These are the ice blocks in the middle. Transition between them really quickly. It was the barrels that got him later on.
It's the difference between horizontal and vertical. Horizontal's so calm compared to moving vertically.
And this was a very powerful move to get established. And then the final section on the ice barrels itself. Up with that right pick. And then this was the fall. Let's have a look here. So he had the right pick in. That was okay. Oh, no, the right pick went and he couldn't save it after that.
Slipped.
Yeah. So 2 done then, and we move on to athlete number 2. Aneta Louzecka comes out onto the stage, and I just want to talk about sickness here for a sec, because this lady got ill day 1. She's had a temperature of 38 degrees plus for the last couple of days. Never thought she'd make finals. Unbelievable grit to get this far.
Incredible. And speed yesterday, too.
Yeah, made 4th in speed.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Pretty incredible stuff. So, and also dealing with a very nasty eye infection that basically left her blind in one eye before the season started. So what I'm saying is, she needs your support out there. So if you're watching, Aneta climbing sort of by the skin of her teeth. Now, she's an athlete who occasionally times out. And I know it's something she's been working on, but she needs to pick up the pace when she gets going.
It can be hard. You get stuck. You know, if you find a move that's really kind of not a showstopper, but difficult to move on, and then suddenly, you start finding yourself losing some time.
Yeah, oh, that was a risky little sort of flip of the ice axe with the left.
Acrobatic almost.
If you drop the axe, you can technically carry on climbing.
No, you can't
climb. That's done.
Disqualification. That's your route done.
I used to like that old rule.
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
You start trying to mono pockets, and climb as fast as you can.
It was excellent.
It's a low down ice barrel to a pretty high move.
Nice. Yeah, we missed the start of this route at the very beginning, so it's nice to see it now. And there is the next quick draw. And she has got some good pace at the moment. She reaches up now into another jug on that ice barrel.
I love that Aneta's helmet is just a reflection of her life, which is dry tooling in animals.
Yes, we should explain. She's a professional zookeeper, polar bear keeper, in fact. So the animals come from the Prague Zoo, those stickers.
This is so cool. First time I met her, I was like, "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, I work with animals." I was like, "Okay, what do you do?" "I'm a zookeeper." "Oh, and you competitively do this?" "Oh, you also win?" "Okay."
Yeah, she's picked some pretty dangerous pastimes. And so that. All right, big move to come up here, though. Stands on that ice barrel, really risky.
So see how she's just on the pick of it? It's a little easier with that. A little bit more purchase, and you can get the teeth to bite in.
It's unbelievable. She's still got power after the sickness. And she's the Speed World champ. Couldn't get a medal last night, came 4th, but now this is looking shaky for the first time for Aneta. She wants a fig 4, but it's really awkward.
There you go. Those vertical 4s, you were asking about the forearm versus the wrist. You have to crank so hard on your arm to get a good vertical 4.
Is this a floating Stein, or is it?
No, it's just a Stein.
It's pressed in, yeah?
Yeah, as soon as she moves up, her tool will start to float and the cheeks will disengage.
Okay, and this is the big move. We saw Vivian
big move.
Had to do it in 2.
There you go.
Gets that clip in. But this is the first of the power moves. And although that axe is wobbling around on the floating Stein.
There you go.
Upgrades the feet. Big move needed here. Gets it first time.
I said it wasn't, but you can actually see the pick through it. I almost wonder if there's a hole in it.
On which one? On the sample?
Yeah. But she made that movement up look really easy, actually.
Yeah, she's very, very powerful.
Yes, she is.
Up onto, fiddling around a little bit on the holes that's in the metal there somewhere. Got to trust it until you can get up and see.
Yeah. Tiny little pocket in there.
Yeah. And now Vivian's high point was 24. Aneta nearing that, but still some way to go. And this tricky corner sequence as she climbs underneath this giant roof on the Cheongsong Korea wall.
Video really doesn't do justice to how big the structure is. It is just massive.
It is absolutely huge. Well, she makes her way, starting anyway, over to the right. Nice big wrap there to get the teeth of the axe into.
Nice, you got it. Come on.
Drops down, teeth gritted as she engages some core strength there and gets this clip in, but looking a little shaky as she does so.
Her legs are shaking, but look at her hands. Her grip is so relaxed. She's just like Yeah, I'm just climbing another day.
And a very casual flick of the axe into a reverse grip as well. And then she'll drop down to this Steinpull. All right, now this is where Vivian had that big slip over to the left.
She got to watch her feet. Kick in and balance, push into that next hold.
All right.
It looks like she's... There you go.
This is a risky move, though. So...
You can see in this angle how hard she's pushing into that wall.
She doesn't like the look of it. Retreats back to the Steinpull to reset. And really fiddling around with this. Not comfortable for the first time here.
Nice.
And this is where occasionally she can go to pieces here when a hold like this, when she gets a moment which she doesn't get. Got to commit.
Yeah, that's it. So she switched to reverse. It's easier to push in, but in this case, might not help.
Right, she needs to figure something out quickly here. You don't want to slip, but time is ticking.
Nice.
Into the corner. Powerful move down on that right arm. That was well figured out for Aneta there.
No kidding.
Into the corner, but how much does that cost her as she begins the ice barrel section? She was very good in semi-finals in the barrels. First one through that in the athlete group. You just wonder how much is left in those arms of hers. Right leg over. Won't really take a chance to shake here either.
I think at this point it's just go. Get as high as you can.
Yeah,
shake once you're on good holds.
There are some really incredible athletes coming, including Shin Wonsin, who's coming out last, who was looking imperious earlier on during the semi-final.
Nice. You got it, Aneta.
YouTube chat, you've gone quiet on me. Come on, send us some comments, send us some hearts, whack that love button. We want to see that you're engaged and watching. All right, right leg.
Come on.
Over again. And the final ice barrel.
I think she found another hole. She's going to kick into that.
I just say,
yeah, look at that cross. She got more reach by crossing through there.
Well, up to the top spot for Aneta, 25. Oh, the feet dangle. Can she get back in? We know how hard it is to kick into these barrels, but it looks like she has got something on that right crampon.
Oh, yeah. She's fully in the barrel. And her left crampon is on top of the other barrel. I think she's actually pretty calm right now. And, of course, then she gets to do more barrels.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you want. Right?
She'll really love that. All right, flicks the legs over. She's looking okay at the moment. She comes into the final, the big holds. Head wall above.
To get that clip, though.
Less than a minute. Oh, yes, good spot, Eric. And it's a nasty clip as well.
It's just right behind her head.
Yeah, this is an awkward one. And it's going to be costing her time as well.
And I put it, maybe from that gold hold before it would have been easier, but it's so hard to tell distance.
I think she'll get it in.
There it is.
But there's no way she's going to get to the top in terms of time. Come on, fiddle it in. There we go. Right, done. So she's got to move now. Someone will be screaming the time at her. Because she already got to this position, so she needs a couple more holds, a couple more touches.
Even just one more would do it.
Yeah, and remember, the time here might not be entirely accurate.
Move on it. There you go.
Yeah, so our time is gone. No one's called her down yet, so she's got probably a couple more seconds here on the clock. And now their time is called. So she gives a nod. She'll drop down. And that's not a bad run. 26.
That's good.
A new high point for Aneta.
That's the top of the barrels.
It is. She will understandably want to climb down. Ooh. Waves goodbye. I think she wanted to bring the tools back down with her rather than leave both up.
They're both in the ice barrels. My favorite part of this whole competition has been watching the setters get all the tools back.
Yes.
Because they have so many different ways and contraptions to grab tools and knock tools down.
Yeah, because they can break, and those are both in very awkward positions up there. And I know Aneta broke a tool last year, so she's going to be, trust me, she's going to be paranoid about it. So she's probably more nervous about getting the tools back than the route. Well, good run from Aneta. And thank you, yes. We've got some people on YouTube. Melody Sarah saying Aneta is so strong, amazing athlete, and enjoys knowing that she works with polar bears. Philip sending some hearts. Yay, Aneta. Excellent. Thank you, guys. The athlete, it has been proven that the athletes do need your support. They climb harder. Right. Lee Younggeon is out, and he was the overall winner last year.
He just took that. Whoa, that was cool. He just went straight up and took that into a floating undercling. Made that look so calm.
Yes, he did. All right. So, cruising down low. This man has got so much class when he climbs. You can see it. And he gets that quick draw swinging now, which you can do.
Good catch, too.
All right, into the ice barrels. First techie section to come here. All right, so starts this traverse section out over to the left. And one of the Korean superstars here, Team Korea brought a massive squad to this, as you'd expect. But I think it's 16 people or 15 people, something like that.
And they're all really strong.
Yeah, very good, yeah. Well, that thump, if you heard on the live stream, was one of Aneta's ice axes hitting the deck. The other one was rescued without the fall. So Younggeon Lee gets the clip in. Now, this is the section that Tristan struggled on a little bit. It looks smoother from him at the moment.
Yeah, every bit of this is... it's a little red thing with a screw on it. And it's a... Wow.
Yeah, it's a massive move up.
That was huge.
One of our photographers are watching on that. Into the pocket. And these are the holds. You said he's got quite a few to come.
That's the dish, yeah.
That's the dish thing. Nasty hold as he goes out towards the left.
And that is not a dish. That's some kind of... Well, maybe it is. It's very hard to tell from this angle.
All right, well,
on,
reaches a high. No, I think getting pumped out here. So... Okay, so Younggeon Lee back down to the ground with some time remaining, but a big slip down. And apologies again if you had a technical incident then. I think we're back up and running here. Younggeon Lee's run a little interrupted, but basically it was super smooth until he fell off, and some big moves. We watch his replays here. Awesome stuff from the Korean superstar as he made his way through. But this is the move that got him. Just seemed to power out a little bit.
I think it pulled him out as he reached up. I think it's two of those same dishes in opposing positions.
All right.
Now we're going to completely switch gears because Kat's climbing.
We can. So look, she's your teammate.
She is my teammate.
Tell us as many secrets as you're allowed to tell us. And also, I want to ask you one thing. Shoulders. Because I know she had an injury on that shoulder. What's going on with that?
It's attached to her body still.
Right. Did she dislocate it?
She didn't fully dislocate it. She definitely hurt it in some way, and then went, immediately on to win speed.
Yes.
So we can see Team USA cheering for her now. They've got a little bit of everything that is constantly shouted in the States.
And she's had a good career throughout. I mean, like, I'm looking down at her, obviously won gold in speed the other day, but she's good at lead as well. Multiple medals throughout her career.
In lead and speed last year here. She's our strongest athlete and just both an incredible climber and an incredible coach.
She also has a massive amount of support. I presume our American audiences are watching. A lot of people from Colorado, I think. Linda, Melody, Jessica, Cara, Brian, Marco. Oh, no, Marco was complaining about fee, but everyone else supporting as Kat. And we're going to call, I was told I'm allowed to call her Kat, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So Kat Shirley.
She's just making this look easy as she cruises up here. It was definitely a concern this morning that her shoulder would be a problem, and she made semifinals look completely easy.
Yeah, I was concerned, but yes, these athletes, in the same way Aneta shrugged off illness, Kat, and I've dealt with quite a few shoulder issues myself. I know how painful it can be, so fair play for her. Right, so into the first of the nasty little wraps, but shouldn't cause her too many problems. A little bit of a kick left, though. Oh, no, it was better on camera than it was. And up into this floating stein of a move. Yeah, I swear it is floating.
So it looks that way, but it's not.
Oh, you mean on the blue volume?
Yeah,
it's not.
they engage on the volume.
I'm with you.
But as soon the way those moves work, as soon as you move out of it, all of your teeth disengage.
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, you can just pull yourself right out.
Okay, well, Kat easily through that move.
And she made that lock-off look easy.
Yeah.
Just so calm.
She's got more gears to give here, you can tell. There's more in that tank.
She's gunning.
Okay.
And that's she's worked really hard to be here. She trains a lot. She climbs a lot. She sets a lot. It's
a life, right?
It's a life.
Yeah. All right, so on this roof section, this is where the first two athletes started to have little issues here, especially with the next transition move off the Stein into the corner.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be a foot thing, where you put your feet on that wall determines how easy that move is, because as you shift your body weight over, if your feet are in the wrong place, it gets really hard to push into the wall.
Okay. All right, YouTube, keep your support going here. The more you type, the harder she climbs, apparently. Out towards the right.
Nice.
Oh, it's so out of reach, but now she gets it.
I think that's smart to pre-clip that. It's going to make it a lot easier than trying to do it after.
Yeah, it's sort of done and dusted, isn't it? But
She and Aneta are doing the same thing. They both want that to be an edge hold that you can pull on.
So what is it? I'm trying to look at it.
It's basically a hook.
Okay.
It's like a really bad hook that is angled in a way where you maybe shouldn't be able to do. There you see. Okay.
Ah, yeah.
See now how it's
the turn of the axe.
Because it's called a Younggeon.
Right.
And we it's a Korean word. It means two angles.
I see. Okay.
We actually went and asked about that this year because we were all trying to figure out what. And we've been in the States. We've been calling it a Younggop for a long time, and apparently that's not right.
Right. Well, I thought you told me something. Well, I had no idea. So, Kat into the ice barrels now, and this is really where things get complicated for the women. It looks straightforward, but it's not. And they're moving. Remember, I mean that adds an element.
And they spin.
Yeah. I feel sick, frankly, if I was on those. But Kat has got to figure it out.
Well, and as you try to kick them, right, they move away from you. It's like almost like they're running away from you as you're trying to climb up them.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And they're ice.
Yeah.
So they're slippery, right? It's not like wood where...
What's a stupid sport, right? Oh, big slip.
Kat, you can do it.
Aneta did the same thing and recovered in a similar way. So Kat is all good at the moment. And it's, I say that.
Look at that, though.
Oh, she goes
Kat,
again.
You can do it. Stick with it.
So first big moment for her. Needs to reset here a little. Slips again.
I think there's... Oh, yeah. She just drove. You can see her foot just went all the way into the plywood.
Yeah, she needed to move away from the ice there.
When those get too slippery, it's so hard to hold on.
Yeah, well, that was good work to keep calm through that. She's moving up towards Aneta's high point. I think she's going to get through it as long as she doesn't slip here. Because
she's got so much time.
Yeah, time and energy. You can just tell. I mean, Aneta timed out on this section, you know?
She was at 10 seconds at this point.
Yeah.
And Kat's got, 240 left?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you got it. So she's walking her foot down.
Oh, yeah.
Escaping the figure four.
Yeah.
And now she's reversing it, going the other way because she wants to get higher.
Well, she's joint with Aneta in terms of points, I think, but because of countbacks, 26 for Aneta. All right, so.
Now she's resting.
Yeah, she's resting. She's chilling. She's fine. I can't tell if she's got a heel on now. Drops it down regardless. Has so much time. But.
That's a big move. She's going to have to swing into the top of the barrel.
Yeah, I think so.
Or just generate a huge amount of power.
Yeah, I mean, the setters will know with the rule change they can play with this as a new feature almost in the route. So I wouldn't be surprised if both men and women's has that as an option. But as you said, huge move this. Up towards the screw. Misses it the first time.
You got it.
Second time she's in.
Nicely done.
Yeah, locks into that hold.
And those holds are amazing. It's like a flared screw. You can see it there.
Amazing is an interesting choice.
No, they're amazing.
Oh, you mean good?
They're
or
a jug. They're absolutely a jug.
Okay.
You can, I mean, obviously, with every hold, you can't play badly on them.
But in your world, that's a jug. A screw in a wall.
I'll
okay.
take that anyway.
Okay. All right, minute 15-ish to go for Catalina. She does this sort of match a heart with her ice axes there for a second. And thank you, YouTube.
Clip.
Nice from Jessica Melody, cheering her on all the way here.
Nice. Right on it.
Right. Now, someone will be screaming a time at her. And you're right, this hold's good enough for her to swap tools and rest with different hands.
It's almost like 5 centimeters wide. It's a good hold, and you can roll on it. So I'm guessing she's going to have to roll on it to get to the next move. Yeah,
I mean, it might be a bit of an interesting trick from the setters because it being a good hold, and at this point in the route, you want to rest here because you're pumped, and yet that time, she suddenly lost quite a few seconds on this sequence. Yeah. So she'll now need to just go, because there's a long way to go. I don't think it's possible. She swings.
She's ready to go, though. Oh, yeah.
Big pull up here.
Hey, you got a cat.
Moving between those handles. 10 seconds on our clock. Might be a couple of seconds more, but she's very close to timing out whatever. Lots of rope drag. It's not being short rope. Don't worry, I'm looking down at the setters, at the belay.
It's going through the barrels.
Yeah,
all that
it's dragging,
drag.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, up she goes. She's timed out on our clock, and there we go. The announcer times her out as well. So
that's great. She climbed really well.
Job done for her. Waves goodbye, and Kat back down to the ground. Okay, well, good run from Kat.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one from her. Down to the ground for her. Wipes a bit of sweat off the cheek, as you'd expect, and that was a powerful run from Kat.
That was hard run.
Wow, YouTube, what did you think of that? Sir Scotty says, first time watching ice climbing, I'm surprised the amount of times their leg is over their arm. Yes, indeed. It's just, apparently it was a technique started in rock climbing, then went to ice climbing. But I have seen more Fig 4s, maybe it's because I do this job now as well, I recognise it, but there's so much coming in IFSC comps as well. So it's interesting.
It's a fun way to make people do different things, you know, force a different style of movement.
Yeah. Okay, well, Vivian is... Vivian? What am I talking about? Virgile Devine is... Vivian? Oh, all right, well, he's underway anyway. And he had a big slip in the semi-final round. I was quite surprised. It was kind of a lot of athletes grouped around that dyno hold.
That dyno was hard.
Wow, so much love for Kat on the YouTube chat as well. Lovely to see. Thank you for your support, guys. Okay. I feel like I've gone through a route myself with that one. That was intense.
My hands are sweating.
I know. Oh, trust me. This is what happens in a commentary box. You get so into it. So, Virgile cutting loose, kicking above his head now. Awkward through this, as we know. And then this is this legs over your arms that Sir Scotty was talking about.
It's nice. It's almost like they get a shoulder warm-up before the hard part.
Yeah, if you're wondering about warming up, actually, it's a good question because it's freezing cold here in Cheongsong, and there is a tent provided for a warm-up area for the athletes. They stay in there as long as possible. They're escorted out with many, many down jackets on. They'll take their down jackets off at the last possible second, and then you warm up pretty quick on the wall.
Absolutely. And then the faster you climb, the more you stay warm.
Yes.
So, and then you get down and you put all your down jackets back on. Yes. You can.
And wonder how on earth you took them off in the first place. So, Virgile, awkward moves here, as we know from Tristan, but smoother from Virgile.
Yeah.
Matches the axe.
He looks a little less sure than Younggeon, though. There you go.
Yes, he does. Right, clips in. And then standing up tall from the angle change back onto the vertical. So a little break for his arms, but then the holds get worse themselves.
I bet that underclinging holds really nice, though.
On the right.
Yeah, it's just a nice like downward pull, and you can just hang out there for a second. It's probably a little nice break. And then you get to do this.
Yeah, this section.
Strange section.
Yes, it doesn't climb like I thought it would.
No, I mean, me neither. I thought it was going to be figure fours, and instead it's like, can I reach out with my legs and balance? And
yeah, trust the axe as he leans onto it.
That's a long reach. That's a full body extension with tools.
He actually tried to do, I'm remembering now, he tried to do a reach into the dyno, so he tried to do it almost statically.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we know he's got a monster reach on him.
He got the reach.
Yeah. Okay, well, the leaderboard is on the left, remember, and Younggeon is way up there with 31.1. Hanging on. And then another flick with that leg over the top. And really getting into the heart of this wall here. The giant middle section that just carries on up above. And he's struggling here to make this clip.
Yeah. Thinking height will help him. I think he's right.
Yeah, we know from the previous two athletes just how long this section goes on for on these ice barrels. He's in nicely, looking good at the moment, composed climbing.
Yeah. Calm, easy.
Yeah.
And you can see how the bottoms of the barrels are starting to chip away.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to a retirement from being kicked And then high with that leg again, over the wrist, like you were saying.
Yeah, and also he's doing swaps. It's not just a 4 to a 9, but he's swapping 4s. Nice.
Nice and technical climbing then from Virgile. And then decides just to cut loose and go for it. Flicks that leg over again.
This is incredible core strength to do that kind of move.
All right, he's looking good as he shakes out 2.5 minutes on the clock. So time, but the head wall's long on this men's route. I'd love to see the top jump as well. There's a big dyno coming. We both looked at it before and we're like, ooh.
We got 2 minutes left. If he can get through the next barrel, we might see it.
I mean, you could go and volunteer just to do the jump for
good.
us. You sure? Well, all right, fair enough.
If they, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd try it.
All right.
If I could climb that top head wall alone, that would just be so much fun.
I'll try my best, but I'm not sure I'm going to get very far with that request. Well, Virgile fiddles in the final clip, and
he's got to be so pumped.
Melody says this is a Fig 4 fest, like that.
Fig 4 fest.
An FFF out here in Cheongsong. All right, less than 2 minutes though for Virgile to figure out this FFF, and so he goes into another one.
That was really efficient. He swapped directly to a 4 again so that he could get higher.
And screaming through that ice axe there. Power screams to the fort as he's so pumped he can barely drag the rope over to that clip. Loses it first time, loses it a second time, and a third he has to drop the rope and reset. This is costing him a lot of time. Again, he creeps that finger out. He just wants to push the finger in and lock that carabiner down. He can't do it again.
Come on,
YouTube, give him some encouragement here. As a climber, as I'm sure a lot of you watching are, you know what it's like when you can't get a clip in, and he's changing tactic.
He's changing tactic, and what he hasn't done that the other ones did do is he has not swung into the top of the barrel. And you were saying before, that might be a new thing, and honestly, I think it might be.
It might be now he falls, though. It was coming for a while. He was really fighting that pump. But
he was fighting so hard. I think his hands just stopped being able to hold on to things.
Yeah. Well, looking towards his teammates there. What do I do? He's saying. Luna did the same thing. There's quite a little crew of the French team.
Oh, yeah.
A little posse going on. Right, purple picks go hard from Brian. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. He's got the fancy picks.
And this was the move that got him. It was the clip really that got him. Yeah, as you said, just hands giving up there. And down he goes. Well, we've had 3 now from the men, 3 from the women. We're nearing the halfway mark. Eimir comes on. Eimir McSwiggan from Ireland. And this lady, well, she's done it all in climbing. She's the athlete rep. She was training to be a judge at one point. And she's an absolute beast on the lead wall.
Yes, she is. She's been doing this for a long time.
She has. Very experienced. She'll pull on all that experience here. And we mentioned it in semis, but she designs her own ice tools as well. This is iteration number 2. She was showing me the difference the other day. This one a little bit lighter, a little bit different angle on it.
Yeah, it's not just her. It's a group of people.
Yes, I think she designs it and someone else makes it especially. That's what she told me.
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Jet B 4.2.
Ooh, I like that. Jet B.
Yeah, Jet B is the initials of all the people who make it.
Okay.
All the people involved.
All right, so
these tools are awesome. They have 3 positions instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just using all 3 all the time.
Yeah, the athletes can really personalize their tools. I'm expecting it to become a little bit more standard at some point.
Not.
You hope not.
It's so much, that's part of the fun. You know,
I think the Olympics might say different, possibly, if we try to get into that.
Committee, they say, well, how do you design your tool? It has to fit in this plywood box.
Yes, exactly. But, you win some, you lose some of the Olympics, don't you?
Yeah.
Some compromise might need to be made. All right, Eimir, though, is very quick through these first boxes. Quick work from her. And getting support on YouTube as well. Thank you, Mispanko. Yeah, Eimir used to live in Korea.
She did.
Taking advantage of the dry tooling walls here.
Yeah, and she trained here for a long time, and you can tell because she's so strong.
Yeah, last year she was a bit disappointed. I think she fell in semi-finals quite early.
I think she did.
But she'll be loving being back in finals here on what will feel like almost her home wall.
Totally.
And
that clip is so nice. It's right there waiting for her.
And I love the way she's using those handles now, going from the very bottom grip all the way to the top.
Absolutely. And they climb. You can do, especially in figure fours, we'll see, you can use all 3 grips to really swap how you're moving, how your body's positioned.
This is a big move. She tried it once. She's tried it twice. Third time lucky. Locks it in. And using those hands. Yes, and now I can't stop watching her hands.
Oh, absolutely. It's a total... And the more you see it, the more you realize that's how everyone climbs, and they do different things.
Yeah, it's hypnotic.
It's totally
I'm getting sucked in here. Right, let's try to see the bigger picture because she's towards the corner. Into these divots, and all she's really holding on to, if you don't know, is just kind of a little pocket in those holds, but a bigger wrap now on that right tool. Releases, swings back. I think I'm going to give away a cheerleader award for the YouTube comments, and Melody is currently miles out in front. Everyone is being supported, so if you think you can beat Melody, please try, YouTube chat. But currently she's winning the prize. What's she winning? She's winning an all-expenses trip to all of the competitions. Just send your expenses to the UIAA and they will potentially never get back to you. So, could get into a lot of trouble here for this. Right, Eimir resting on this wrap, and there's a drop-down move to come here. Oh, swinging.
This seems harder for her than it has for everyone else.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Everyone made it look kind of not as long as it is. It might be a foot positioning thing. Oh, no, she's there.
She's just about there, but it was an effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, a definite swing that you had to get there.
Now drops into it. She's got a fascinating head on her axe as well. Is it head at the top? What do you call it? The top of the shaft, where you Stein pull. Yeah, head?
Well, the where you Stein pull is called Stein teeth.
Okay, there we go. Well, her Stein teeth are like dinosaur, like Stegosaurus.
Absolutely. They look like almost like a dragon. And you can see she's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't really know where that hold is.
You can see, because now that's a better angle to see it. But it's very difficult. It's almost a flat hold. When you're looking at it directly, it's difficult to see.
She's the only person that has hit that in reverse grip, too.
Yes.
And I wonder how that... I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but it's interesting that it's taken differently, finally.
Yeah. Oh, nearly knocks her axe off, though. Flicks down. Ice barrels now to come.
Straight into third.
Okay, now I'm looking at the time here, because you can very easily burn through it in this section. She's got to keep moving. But she'll know that. This is where this experience comes in.
Oh, absolutely. And you can be super strong, but if you have, wit and cunning and experience of years of doing this, it totally changes how you climb.
Yeah. It's something I really like about this sport, actually, is you can prolong your career. It doesn't seem like there's a definite end to it, which, I, as someone who's approaching his 40s, I quite like that. It gives me hope for the future. All right, Eimir. Into the second of these ice barrels.
Yeah, you can start competing in dry tooling.
I've been asked by many people on the YouTube chat. I've tried it a few times. I'm rubbish.
That's not true. I saw you do it this summer. You were really good.
You're very nice, Eric, but I was not.
You tied in and climbed up.
I did that. That's true.
Come on, you can do it, Eimir.
All right.
So to the next.
Now, everyone pretty much has lost their feet through this section.
Yep. And we'll see if she cuts hers too.
Yeah.
It's a big reach. I get sucked in here and it looks smaller, and then I look up at the wall and I'm like, oh, that's actually really, really big.
Yeah, we have a wonderful commentary box position here, looking over the wall. All right, watch the feet. Oh, the heel
that's
hook.
New.
That's super smart.
Oh, she lost it.
Yeah.
But it kept her in a good position.
Yeah. She didn't have that cut loose that Kat had and Aneta had.
And that you lose so much strength when that happens, because your whole body has to lock.
All right, up high above her head, legs over here.
And you're balancing, all of your crampons. You don't want to slash the rope.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. That's number one rule.
You're at a figure 9, you're at a figure 4, you've got draws all around you, and a rope around you.
Well, she
and I'll go up.
moves into second place as well with that move. She has less time than Kat did, but Kat spent so much time on the rest.
Mm-hmm. She's kind of actively resting as she moves. She's doing 2 moves, shaking out. Let's see if that buys. Oh, look at that. Well done.
Yeah, locks into this screw. Now, she hasn't got the time for a long shakeout here. And she will be, you can hear the screams telling her how much time she has. Around about 20-ish seconds to go.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
That's really smart because she can push straight up to the next one. No problem.
Hasn't got the clip in yet. I hope she remembers it's there.
She might be doing, you know, she knows with time. She's like, I don't need this clip right now. Get out of my way.
Flinging them around. She's going to get timed out here. I hope she does get some kind of a clip in.
Oh, there you go.
She has kind of skipped. Has she not skipped that blue?
Well, so they changed the clipping structure, and now holds count and clips don't. And so there is an argument for climbing further, as long as you can clip the previous draw.
Yeah, well, but this is the thing. I don't think she can in this position.
Well, if she pulled the dog bone up, maybe. But I agree. That's going to be a big fall.
It is going to be a big fall. So I'm kind of hoping she gets that red one in here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm worried a little bit. So Eimir's got timed out now, but she will definitely want to get this clip in.
I'm sure she knows she's gotten timed out.
The announcer did make an announcement. So I think she's just trying to get something back in order to...
I mean, the fact that she's holding on this long and shaking like that, oh yeah, she's getting ready to clip.
She wants the clip in. I mean, as you would, because the fall is going to be not very nice here. So I'd like her to get this in.
Yeah.
Reaches down, should be able to do it. I mean,
look
position.
How much she's still got left, though. She's holding on, no problem.
Well, she knows that was impressive, and it was. First position preliminary before athletes to go for Eimir. She is close to a podium place. What a performance from her. Oh, I'm so happy for her. That's brilliant.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Now, whether we will have to wait and see a little bit an exact score there, because I wouldn't be surprised if she gets downgraded a little on that, because I'm not sure that clip was... As you said, maybe you can grab the top of the dog bone, but
it's up to the head judge.
Yeah.
You know, the judges will make that decision, and...
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this stage. If things get close, it might, but at the moment, she's out in front and with a big smile on her face. Okay, so, athlete number 4 for the men, Jonathan Arthur Brown, and him and later his teammate Benjamin Bosard are ones to watch for this men's final.
They're strong, they're fast, and they know where to go.
American question for you, Eric. Brian asks, are there gyms where you can try near Salt Lake City?
Yes, it is called the Scratch Pad. It is in Orem, I believe. Mm-hmm. If you go on Instagram or on Google, look up the Scratch Pad. Dustin is an awesome guy. Talk to him. He's fantastic.
Have we showed Eric's Instagram yet? Could we give Eric... We'll give Eric's Instagram out a shout as well, because if you want to ask any more gym questions from him, he's a legend on the set. You are a legend, right? Everyone's a legend in America. I mean, you know... If you're here, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so legend on the scene. So we'll flash up his Instagram in a sec. All right, Jonathan into the ice barrels here. Big reach back. There's a lot of moustache love going down for John's...
Well, John and Dreza both decided to do these great stashes this year. And
solar-powered space boats. Easy to find.
Totally.
Yeah. Intuitive Instagram name, but there it is. And Brian says thank you from YouTube.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Jonathan Arthur Brown. I always say his full name for some reason. That's because I'll sit with Jonathan.
It rolls off the tongue
does,
so
doesn't
well.
It? It's quite nice.
Yeah.
But Jonathan is into the second barrel now.
And then there was just a little front lever to make sure everyone knew he was feeling good. And he's skipping.
Yeah, moving through these holds. I'm just going to have a little look at the topo on that one, because the ice barrels are counted as one hold. So you can do that without losing anything in terms of points on that.
Well, and ideally, if you can skip, you want to skip.
All right, so Jonathan at the end of this sequence of moves now. And a
Big push.
yeah,
Nice.
easily done.
Easy.
He's got a lot in the tank there. Hanging loose, kicking in.
You know he's kicking hard. We can hear him on the live
Yes.
stream.
Grunting as he drives those feet in. And now he rests, and he was fast through that. But it's such a long
but
way.
he's resting early.
Yeah.
And he's got a long way to go.
It just goes on forever. I was looking up there, my just head continued upwards. It's such a big route. Bit risky on the ice barrels. Fiddles that axe through his legs.
He's got both of those front rakes just perfectly pushed into the barrel.
All right. Shaking out a bit of maybe calf cramp in there.
No, his front point's caught behind the rope.
Yes, okay. So now he's wiggled it out.
There it is.
Oh, big lock off with that left arm.
It's been a lot of that this weekend. Lots of big lock-offs. Nice. Now he gets to be a little calmer for a little bit.
Yes. Before this very powerful sequence to come. Okay, so he's got this low clip in. And now it's such an intimidating sequence because you just disappear into thin air, literally. There we go then. Rocks down onto that left arm. Looks towards the left. Big move. Oh!
Wow. Okay.
The campusing has come to ice climbing, and I'm so happy about it.
Finally.
Brilliant.
Wait till we take over the bouldering world too.
I think you guys got the strength for it, I tell you. Iris asked how many climbers. There's 8 climbers, so we're nearing the halfway points, Iris, of this final. 8 climbers in the final. A lot more tried to qualify. We knocked down to just 16 for the semi-final and just 8 for the final, losing half every time. So, ice barrels, and these do have different numbered holes on them.
They do. Every hole counts as 1 point.
Okay, first barrel done, second barrel to come. That ice axe between his teeth, the classic pose of the ice climber.
Yeah, it's kind of either that or you put it over your shoulder. And they both have benefits and drawbacks, although it seems like less people shoulder now. Aneta seems to be one of the only people that's still shouldering her tool.
Well, the reason she was doing that today is because she was telling me she couldn't breathe because she had such a bad infection that it was in her mouth. She literally couldn't breathe, which is just pretty insane.
Man.
Yeah.
And to then climb that high still.
Yeah, it was impressive. Right, Jonathan with the leg over the arm. Oh, he's working hard here.
Trying to get that barrel to swing.
Ah, okay. So to just get a bit of momentum over to the left.
So you either put your feet in the bottom and you push and bring your body up, or you do what he's doing and you try to rock the whole boat.
The thing is, it's really tightly chained, so there's not a lot of swing to be had.
No, there's not a lot of play in these.
A little bit, but... Okay, 1:20, and not a lot of time for a lot of climbing ahead. Okay, wraps around. And again, trying this little swing thing he's doing.
So you generate force as you go up, and then as you come down, it swings the whole barrel away from you.
It's fascinating. So I've never I hadn't spotted it.
Yeah.
They've probably been doing it, but I didn't see
Absolutely. You don't realize it, but it's all physics. Like, ice climbing is basically just danger in physics.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Makes the low clip. Okay. And then hanging on the ice now, up towards the hook. Over the top. Finding some purchase still. He's doing well to make it through here. He'll be getting cold though, leg pressed against that barrel.
And his hand too. Those hands got to be cold.
And he wants a bit more swing. He's got all the purple volumes.
Now it's really moving.
It is moving now, isn't it? The first one we've really seen go, but I'm not sure it's helped him too much.
It's helping at all.
No.
I think he's making it harder on himself.
It was a good idea, but maybe not on these barrels. And he's tired. He's run out of time on our clock, so it means he's only got a couple of seconds left. That's time. Down he comes. And that will leave him just on the podium, but with a lot of athletes to come, I'm not sure he will stay. Okay, so the halfway point, and Eric, I think we're going to swap over here. But listen, thank you so much for joining me. You are really always welcome back.
Sounds good.
But I hope to never see you again, because I want you to be in semi-finals and finals from now on.
You can be talking about me up there.
Exactly. Please do, and I'll see you soon.
Sounds good.
Have a good travel back. Right, well, Eric gets swapped around. We will just remind you what's gone. So we've had 4 athletes for the men and women climb already, halfway through this competition in Cheongsong. We're about to start with Shol Kim Min, who you can see on screen. And I'm about to bring in a gentleman who has been on the scene for a while, but is also saying goodbye to us. So, sir, tell us your name, who you are.
I'm Oz Miller, and I climbed for the GB ice climbing team. That's going to take a wee bit of getting used to.
Yes, well, look, congratulations on all you've had in your career, and good luck for the future. But right now, we're going to talk about these athletes out here. What have you thought so far of the routes?
I thought the setting's been amazing. I'm not going to lie, when I seen the first climbers go up, especially on the male route, when they came to the corner of the blank, I was like, oh, a risky one. But it's actually really cool to watch, and everyone's done it so far.
Yeah, I was surprised at different methods. We really thought there'd be fig fours through there, but we just saw a camper style move.
Yeah.
Almost.
So do you know why Johnny did that?
Tell.
Because he can. Because he's that
strong. Yeah.
There's no
yeah. Why hang around?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was really quite cool.
Okay.
So Lorena's just heading up here.
So I made a mistake earlier on. I gave a different athlete name. So Lorena Beck is out. My bad. I was reading the wrong set of lists there. So Lorena Beck doing well as she's hitting towards the ice blocks rather than barrels.
Yeah. The temperature's also changed since the first athletes come out, because it was quite warm earlier on. Now it's getting colder.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm right now we're inside. What am I talking about? But outside it was minus 13 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then it got pretty hot when the sun came out.
Yeah.
And now, as you say, temperature plummeting again.
It feels really cold. Did you see the lob that Lorena took in the semi-finals?
Yes, I did. The massive pendulum.
Mega.
Yeah, it was a huge one, wasn't it?
It was mega.
And we almost saw Eimir taking a similar style one if she hadn't got that clip in. Yeah, exactly. I was very nervous.
Yeah, exactly. Clip or whip, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
I was full on that. Just making things even more nervous. YouTube chat, if you want to ask Oz any questions, this is probably your last time you can ever do it, unless he returns to the circuit. So please send them in to us. It's actually about the Scottish Dry Tooling Club. So if you're watching from the UK especially, but if you just fancy visiting Scotland, it's a fantastic club. They were on the chat earlier on, and I'm sure Oz will be telling us more later on, but into the Stein pool now. Because Oz, that's where you sort of started climbing, right?
Oh, totally. Well, the first event I ever went to was in a small old church in Glasgow, and now look at us in Korea climbing. Yeah,
with a big squad, TGB.
Huge squad, filled the allocation. I never ever thought we'd manage it, but here we are.
Such an achievement. Congratulations to you guys.
Good.
Now, Lorena with a huge move up, got it first time. We've seen athletes not hit that immediately.
Yeah, Lorena is just so good.
Yeah, she is, from Liechtenstein.
Let's see how we go through here.
That's good work. Hits the clip. Okay, well, this is where we've seen a lot of athletes start to struggle. It seemed easy up to this point.
Yeah. They can't make it absolutely phenomenally difficult from the word go, because look at the length of the route.
Yeah, it's massive. No one so far has got anywhere close to it as well.
It's huge. And if you said to any athlete, what would you rather, go through 5 ice barrels or do another 12 metres of vertical climbing? They take the vertical climbing any day.
Yeah, those ice barrels are really tough to climb.
So tough.
Yeah.
It's nice and cold here today, so they're not dripping. Last year, do you remember when people went through them and they were
soaking wet trousers?
So tired and hypothermic.
Yes. We really like to test our athletes here at UIAA.
Introducing that bit of alpinism.
Suffering.
Suffering into the comp style.
Oh, and Lorena's, I was about to say she's read this well, but she hasn't. She's actually kind of in a weird position on this hold. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, it's worked for her. Okay, well, she held that in a slightly different position from everyone else, but it's done well. And now with 21, climbing.
I think we're pretty good for time on this run.
Yeah, very fast, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, because the ice barrels really soak up the time. So I think hitting them with lots of time and exiting them as much time as possible is important.
I actually think this is the crux of the whole route, just this middle section here.
Certainly in terms of endurance.
Yeah.
You can see how big some of those holds are getting from the first few athletes through it.
Yeah, and I've noticed the ice barrels have the same consistency as a rich tea. Like, you can hold it in your hand fine, but the second you do anything with it, it just crumbles. There we
go, yeah.
There we go.
Chunk hits the ground.
I know.
Yes, they only need to survive a few more athletes, so hopefully they'll withstand it. And they shatter. You can see the shatter marks through them. It's quite dramatic.
There we go.
Now, careful of the feet. Eimir got a heel hook for a moment on top.
Yeah, straight on top. The one thing where for climbers, you never want to see them like falling at a clip or struggling to make a clip or getting tired. You want to see them get beat by a move or like whatever it may be, but these clips are so difficult here.
Especially with ice climbing more than any other types of climbing. It's almost a feature of the route occasionally.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Okay, well, she's looking good. She will take a moment to pause. It's a good hold she's going off here, but she has to launch into more barrels.
Feet release, up and over.
Yeah, that's good work from her. Nice through here. Bit of reverse grip, gets the legs wrapped around once more.
Lorena's got this great ability of looking really, really long and then going through the barrels. It looks absolutely tiny. Like, manages to get into brilliant positions to either use her height as an advantage.
Yeah, and can compress into small boxes.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's searching around. Now, there will be that's interesting she's done that, because I don't know if there is a pocket up there, but she certainly managed to get an ice buried in without hitting too hard.
It's amazing. Everyone seems to do exactly the same thing here, trying to get the boot in at the bottom to press off. Yeah, brilliant.
Looking good for time as well. A minute left. She'll have a couple of seconds to shake on this.
So the high point. She's off.
So therefore, don't worry. And then down to the ground for her. But and a bit of disappointment. That came out of nowhere suddenly.
Gee whiz.
Wow.
See, when you're climbing up as well and you're trying to go through the ice barrels, see if you put your glove onto the wet ice barrel, it's like a kiss of death.
Oh, because it's thin gloves, aren't they?
Yeah, thin gloves, so your hand starts to get wet, it starts to roll, and also it makes the gloves very, very slippy.
Okay, yeah, and I know there's something they put in the ice to kind of keep it together, which is more slippery than normal ice.
Right, they do that here,
Yeah. Wow, I mean, even on a replay, it's hard to see what happened there, but falling on that screw hold, so I'll have to see where that leaves it. Okay, so we've got Chol Kim Min, who I announced for the women just now because I'm a fool and can't read, so apologies about that, but he is now underway for the men.
How have you found your time in Korea, Matt?
I love being here. I came a few days earlier to Seoul, had a wonderful time in Seoul, visiting some gyms. I was not dry tooling. I was doing this thing called bouldering, which is different.
I've heard of that.
It's good.
It's good. Quite big.
Yeah, it's good sport. Ate a lot of good food, and then we all made the trip down. It's about, if you don't know where we are, we're kind of sort of southwesty of Seoul.
Yeah, I'm trying to, if this was in England, where would we be? Southwest?
Well, I realised I was trying to direct people to where we are, and I've got no idea where we are. I just sort of sat on a bus, but we're 3.5 hours away.
Yeah,
down.
Down the way.
Yes. Okay, so Kim is getting support on YouTube. Mincho Ko 7 says Kim Minchol. So lots of support from the Korean athlete. There are 2 Korean men's finalists here.
Oh, is there something up with his boot?
Oh, he's cut loose, certainly.
Nice.
Yeah, we have seen occasional cramp on.
Big crossover.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Long way and quite blind. Now he locks it in. And then stretching out to the big holes now that have been created. You'll want to move fast through here. As you said, cold and wet, not a nice place to hang around on. Flicks the legs over.
Interesting technique from Johnny, managing to use his core to swing the barrels.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
I don't know if I'm trying to work out in my head like the reward from the energy you lose doing it to what you might actually gain. It worked for him though.
It seemed to sometimes, didn't it?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I agree with you. It's like, I don't... Yeah, I mean, we'll have to talk to him, obviously. I mean, he must have felt it was, otherwise he wouldn't have continued doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Big move up for Kim there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's big and accurate. High on the tool, gets the clip in. And 4 minutes 22-ish on the clock.
8 minutes isn't a lot of time given to them to work these routes out. Is it coming out from observation?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
You know, when you just stood down there and they tell you 8 minutes to look and figure everything out?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, there's a lot to remember. They are allowed to write the routes down, so a lot of them will carry notepads out, and certainly they go back to isolation and start figuring it out to remember. But it amazes me how you guys do that. Honestly, it's so impressive.
I think you start off by looking at things that look really, really strange, identify them, and then work back the way to the easier kind of stuff, because you look at the first 4 holes, we're not going to pay much attention to that, but see this section here, I think you could give me 3 wicks and an abacus and I still couldn't work out how to do this.
Well, Kim didn't need any of those things first time through.
Straight through.
Yeah. And Eric was saying that Jonathan did that camper style move because he could.
Yeah, yeah. See the blue line that they've got in the barrel as well, straight down the middle of it? I'm going to go and say that that's to indicate different zones for the judges.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have a topo and we have circles around it to show us the holds, and because some of the blocks down low only have 1 scoring, despite the holes, and some have 2.
Yeah. It's a great turnout here as well today.
It's a big crowd, isn't it?
Love it, yeah.
Yeah, you missed it on the stream, but they were dancing to what I think is K-pop.
I definitely think that was K-pop. Yeah.
A gentleman doing backflips on stage and singing. There was a dance-off. It's all go. And yeah, as you said, lovely atmosphere here. Kim is fast as well. He's got 2 minutes 40 on the clock. But now, see, as I say that, he sort of slows down a little bit here. And it's such a long way. This is where Jonathan was trying to swing the barrel.
Yeah. And I've done this for like 4 years now. And see, when you get into these positions and you try and get the weight off your arms to shake out, it just gives you another reset. It's not like you're fully regaining. It's not like a knee bar in climbing. You know, when you get in a knee bar and you can sit there for as long as you like. This is just like giving you a wee bit more.
Yeah, it's very active position.
Yeah.
Oh, and another front lever to get those legs up over his wrists again. A lot of support for Kim on YouTube here. He's someone's favourite climber. You can see why. Nice smooth style from him.
Really good.
But awful lot of climbing to go. And a minute 38-ish on the clock. So he needs to get out of this ice barrel situation quickly here. Kim finding good positions to rest in and not progressing as fast as he was.
He made such light work of those clips going up through the middle section as well.
He's consistently in finals. He was also in the speed final last night, just missing out on a medal in 4th.
Yeah. So I wonder will he try and go up on the higher position on his axe, and he doesn't need to. Well,
you mean the left hand?
Yeah. Look at the angle of this wall that he's on as well.
So steep, isn't it? Look at the quick draws hanging off if you're at home. Look there. That just shows you.
Big push with the left foot. Up.
Less than a minute to go, though, as he comes up to a small hole. Bobbles and falls.
He's gone.
Well, that leaves him in 3rd. So potentially on the podium, Korean team enjoying that. Okay, well, he'll have his knot untied. We'll reset and see some of his moments here. He was smooth down low through this sequence. Really nice work. This was easy as he bumped over, flung those legs through. And then the ice barrels was always a battle for everyone so far who's gone through them. And it was the same for Kim. Cost him a bit of time, maybe some energy. Watched that right pick, fell, and then lost the left.
Great battle, great fight.
Yeah, it was. And then the Korean team gasping as their athlete plummeted down, but onto the podium.
That was interesting the other night when we were at the opening ceremony. You got massive shout out.
I didn't expect that. It was a bit weird, to be honest.
I didn't expect it either, but here we go.
I was hiding that. Let me just quickly look at the scores here, because this is our top four as they stand. I know we've got a leaderboard, but this is to see the names. So Younggeon Lee out in front, then Tristan Ladevant, Jonathan Arthur Brown, and Virgile after that in our top four for the men. So that's how things stand. And Marian van der Stier out onto the stage. Van der Steen. I always say Van der Stier.
Van der Steen.
I don't know why I do that.
Yeah, so at the opening ceremony, they just said that we've got another 5 years coming here. So this is going to be a venue for the next 5 years.
Yeah, we're locked in, aren't we?
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So, Marianne, underway. Now, she's been telling us earlier on that she's feeling very comfortable at the moment. And I think by that is that she's sort of, last year, there was a lot of tension around her. I know she put a lot on hold in terms of her career to dedicate herself. And I got the feeling last year there was a lot of pressure. This year she seems more happy, just a little bit more chilled out.
It is part of the game, trying to manage pressure. And I think every single climber out there, the only person that puts that pressure on them is themselves, really, because, you know, especially when you've been doing it a long time, you want to be better. There's other people coming up below you are having a better time, and it's never ending.
No, it isn't.
So I feel like Marianne just wants to come here and climb now this year.
I think so too. And she's climbing very well. Look, powerful, top the route easily in semis.
Oh, easily. Yeah. And in control, complete poetry in motion.
It was indeed. Okay, well, she matches, looking good at the moment. Martin says, Zet hem op Marianne, which I presume is cheering her on.
Yeah.
In Dutch.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that's what
yes, I was about to say, I've just read that out with absolutely no knowledge of what I've said. Oh, Martin, I hope you haven't done me a dirty one on that. Oh, dear.
Get you cancelled.
You think I would have learned after this amount of time doing this job? Apparently not. Oh, fingers crossed. This might be the goodbye from me. Marianne goes up towards the top of the volume. This wrap is a good hold, isn't it? Yeah,
I think everything up to this move here, this is where it starts to get a wee bit tasty, just going into the Stein here.
Yeah, because it's not quite floaty, but it comes floating when you move above it.
Yeah.
And by floating, we mean that if the head of the axe isn't pressing into the wall, but you're still in the Stein position.
Yeah, and if you want to ever watch how to do this move, this is absolute textbook. I knew that was going to be the case. Marianne is amazing at doing these moves.
Yeah, she's got a big reach on her as well.
Yeah. But she is taller, but doesn't let that be a defining feature of her climbing. She uses technique.
I agree.
And she's also talented. Because sometimes being too strong or too tall or too small, if you play on these things, you get found out.
Yeah, they can limit your vision a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, at the moment, Vivian is in 5th position, and Erin is leading the way. Eimir is leading the way.
Straight down wrap on the bottom of this volume?
Yeah, I think so. And it's struggling a bit with the clip, but now gets it. And then this drop-down move, which is pretty straightforward, but I think feet position is important on this.
So just see the position that Marianne's in just now. There is literally hee-haw weight on your legs. It's nearly all on your upper body.
What was that word you used?
Oh, hee-haw. It's a very, very Scottish word. It's like nothing. Less than nothing.
Okay. So it's all in the arms?
It's all in the arms, yeah. They're there for balance and looks, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so it might be draining her a bit before this barrel section.
Yeah. Oh, totally. This is so difficult.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bit of down climbing here as well. That's becoming a feature of a lot of routes at World Cups.
My co-commentator was telling me in semis that actually it might suit some athletes because you all climb in like weird attics and cellars, that there's a lot of up and down going on.
Yeah, well, I would say that the GB team coming out of Glasgow are the world leading team going sideways.
Traversing world
champions, yeah.
Okay. Maybe that should be an aspect of sport. We'll get rid of speed.
This ice looks like it does have the consistency of Weetabix, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's held up, to be fair, though. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, at the moment. The holds are getting bigger. I mean, and getting bigger isn't necessarily an advantage because the edge of it gets all sort of mushed up.
Yeah.
All right, locks the axes in.
Yeah.
High feet. It's a bit awkward through this.
Come on, Marian.
She loses the feet as well.
Ordinarily, I would kind of gasp at this. But see, because it's Marian, you just hold that, no problem.
Yeah, she can, but
it's getting the feet back on.
That's it, isn't it? Because they're just not nice to kick into.
Did you see she put her other axe in to the left just to hold the barrel while she was trying to pull the barrel in and push her feet in?
Good spot.
That was decent.
Yeah, and then heel hooking right now.
Looks really calm.
Does, doesn't she?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, nicely in. Double heels as well. And makes the clip, or tries to. Wraps it around her arm. Bit awkward, but she gets it in. And she's in fourth, nearing Aneta's 27. That will knock her down.
Rope management is such a massive part of this climbing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to be so aware of your surroundings, and that's not easy to do when you're climbing upside down.
No, it's not. And sometimes, when you're out your mind and you just want to make the next hold, you're not even thinking, where's the rope, what's it doing?
Yeah. It was described to me the other day as pump brain, which I always thought was a really good way.
Yeah.
When you're so pumped, you're just not thinking straight.
Yeah. It's the equivalent, like, I'm sure you've been in this situation, but when someone points a gun at you, and you're just like, well, that's similar emotions.
I do fight crime in my spare time, so yes, I'm aware of that. Yeah. Right, so nearing the end, she's up into fourth position now, shaking out hard. And this big move up to a good hold, but a long way away.
It's a Korean style that most of the holds are very positive, just big old moves.
That's Dennis shouting up at her there. Always recognise his voice.
They definitely climb together.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, they live together, travel the world together, climb together, and shout at each other in a nice way.
Oh, in the best way.
Yeah, of course. Okay, but a big move to come. She's taken a while to think about this, and we're coming up to a minute left here.
Let's see how we go. Yes, come on. Heel hook as well.
Yeah, again.
Now, this is where Eimir went past the clip, wasn't it?
Yes.
So this is the one.
And I don't exactly know what Eimir's score was. I'd be surprised if she got the full score.
Well, it's saying here 29, so next hold committed.
So 29 is the next hold. Yeah, so she did get downgraded a bit because she did go quite a long way past it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But I think this is mine. We'll get to that after this.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. Finish off a run here. Coming up to 30 seconds.
Next hold, good.
So top spot for Marian. There we go.
Go on.
This is our new high point. Needs that clip in.
Oh, she doesn't care. She just wants the hold.
Yeah, this is...
And is that her waist, is it? No, Marian, clip, for goodness sake, clip.
7 seconds to go here. Time is ticking away for Marian. She'll go for the points.
Oh, she's touched it.
Yeah, she has, and she can still clip. So time is gone. Yeah, smart climbing.
Very, very, very well done.
Yeah, that was a very good climb for Marian, and that could be enough for a. I mean, she's definitely guaranteed a podium. There we go with the top three going on. So guaranteed bronze medal for Marian. Top stuff. Sorry, what were you saying? You were about to give a controversial opinion.
See when Eimir went up and she went hold, and then she knew the time was timing out.
Yeah.
See, if she had clipped that clip, she would have disqualified herself.
Really? Why?
Because she hadn't clipped them in sequence. But because she's on the hold and hasn't clipped anything, she can still maintain that she can make that clip.
I see.
Whether she can is that's up for debate. So I think they can't disqualify her because she hasn't done anything.
Oh, I wasn't worried about disqualifying. What I was saying is that I don't think she would have got the hold she went to.
Well,
because she went past the clipping position, and she did get downgraded to 29.
See, I don't know if she'll go against that. I really, really don't know if she'll go against that.
Yeah, I mean, appeals can happen, can't they?
She could have pulled the dog, the way it was on that long.
Yeah. We'll have to clarify this with judges after. It's an interesting one for sure. Right, Jorge underway. Now, this man was so much fun in semi-finals. He was wild.
Electrifying athlete and ice climbing entertainment.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the smoothest thing I've ever seen.
No, it was like a cat on a hot.
Exactly, but I loved every second of it. It was so entertaining, yeah. So, Marianne, lots of support. Martin, wow, well done in English this time, so I'm guaranteed not to get in trouble for that one.
Go on, Jorge. Lovely wee guy. Lovely wee guy.
Yeah, he's got such a cool style to watch. So
he does have a very, very unique thing that you won't see a lot of other athletes doing.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you look at him taking the axe and going into holds, he won't have his hand rested on the bottom of his pommel. So here he does. So this is perfect. You see, when he gets up onto the roof, he'll start taking it in the middle, which requires unbelievable grip strength.
Yeah, why wouldn't you rest your hand on the pommel?
Yeah. Oh, he's missed the clip.
Oh, he has. He's got it. That was a good... I'd missed that, Oz. Well done. So, he really had to downclimb himself. He spotted it as he was sort of swinging.
Yeah, I just scoped it there.
I know. All right, well, that's a good spot by Jorge and you there in that moment.
Yeah, look at his left hand now. Not at the bottom of the axe, just in the middle of it.
So, yeah, what? It's just his style.
And it's his style, and he's in finals, so, you know...
That's true. We have to be quiet, but yeah, you're right. I hadn't noticed that. And now he's using the pommel with that left hand, dropping right into it.
Yeah.
Oh, searching around for this hold. We can see it. He can't. Now he gets it.
Right, really good.
All right, leg over, clip in. Hard moves to come here, and a big one up towards that gold-painted hold. Well, he hasn't got anywhere near the height yet. Does this time?
Is he in it?
Not. Oh, he's bumped down. It's risky, isn't it?
Well done, Jorge.
He's trusting it, eh? Oh, look at that heel hook slide across the toe. He's got to lie on that barrel. Now that will be a picture. And he'll be happy it's not sopping wet up there today. I'm
no photographer, but this structure does lend itself to some amazing photos, does it not?
Absolutely,
of athletes.
Yeah. That's incredible, yeah. And there's also little hidden viewpoints for the photographers. So do go check out the UIAA Instagram page if you haven't already. Subscribe for cool pictures of our athletes, please.
I know Jorge's mother will be near Madrid right now. They'll be having a fiesta.
She'll be screaming at the screen, will she?
Yeah.
Excellent. Jorge's mum, if you're listening, drop us a message. Okay, up Jorge goes. Oh, kicks those legs over to the left. And this is the sequence I love watching them climb.
Yeah, I really, really love this bit as well.
So weird. You know.
It's even I like to think I know a wee bit about the sport, and then you see this sort of thing.
Oh, hang on a second. Look at this. Oh, God.
Oh, he's loose.
And he can't get the kick in either. And his crampon's coming off. He's tightening it up. Oh. He's got one of those screws that you can tighten. He did that with one arm off. This is ridiculous.
Go on.
He's got to be careful of the structure as well.
Well done, Jorge.
Oh. This man is entertaining to watch. Hasn't made that clip either. Doesn't want to go past it anymore. And yeah, now he's going back. That was good. I think if he had gone onto that barrel, he would have struggled.
Yeah. Point of no return.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what... now, what has gone on here?
They've given him a DQ.
So I wonder what that was for. I wonder what that was for.
I think, the foot round the back of the structure?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Out about.
It was really swinging around that corner. And you're allowed to touch it, I think, but not hook it. I mean, look, we're in a WhatsApp group. We will find out, hopefully, in a couple of seconds. I'm looking at the judge, they're saying he was touching the structure.
Yeah. And see, when they stop you like that, a hard stop, normally they'll let you progress and then take you to come down, but he's just been so unfortunate, unlucky Jorge.
Yeah, well, we'll try to find out if we can. I'm not sure we'll get a shot of it. I don't think there's a camera looking around the corner if it was that. There's certainly his run coming to an end. Disappointing stuff for Jorge. Let's find out. Yes, it was a structured DQ, so the judges were deeming that he was on it too much. Okay, well, the first time that's happened, we did talk about it maybe, and we're seeing the leaderboard for the women as well on the right. So that's our top six as they currently stand. To get onto the podium, you need to beat Cat Shirley's 29. Erin, due to countback, is up onto 29 as well. And then Marian up to 31.2. That will take some beating.
So we've got Cena Gs and then Wooson Shun.
Oz, I'm going to kick you out of the commentary box for just 2 minutes because we're going to interview Marianne because she's just walked in so she can literally give us a perspective on this route. Oz, we'll bring you back in a sec, mate. We're just going to bring Marianne in because she's literally been touching these holds. Marianne, congratulations on that run. You're in first position at the moment. You're in a perfect position to tell us about this route, so go for it. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so Cena is climbing right now, and the holds all look fine, but the wall is really bouncy, so even though the holds are okay, it's difficult to keep the tension on every move. And it tired me quite a bit.
Yeah, everyone has kind of cruised through this first section. We weren't expecting too many falls. Is it difficult or is it pretty straightforward?
It's relatively straightforward, but with the ice barrels where Cena is right now, they move a little bit, so you have to keep a lot more tension than on average.
Okay, well, our current number one sitter in the commentary box with me, who I'm not expecting it, came out of the blue, so thank you very much for coming up and joining us. But Cena, very strong at the moment.
Yes.
But you are guaranteed a medal, whatever happens.
Yeah, which is very cool. Yeah.
Again, exactly. Korea's been kind to you.
The difficulty is now watching Cena, and it kind of, she deserves a good climb, but personally, I of course hope that...
Yes, part of you wants her to fall off, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Don't you worry, you're a competitor. That is totally allowed. Okay, well,
she's moving smooth here to that move. You're very far out of the wall. It's more overhanging than it looks on the live stream here. It looks like it's vertical, but it's definitely not a vertical wall. And with your ice axes, you're hanging more out of the wall, making it even more overhanging than it actually looks.
And then this section coming into the roof, it seems to where the difficulty is ramping up a little bit, this traverse.
Yeah, you have to power downwards, and the downward thing is a difficult thing. Oh, look what's happening now. The quick draw is on the volume, so they're now fixing the quick draw while she's climbing.
Wow, you don't
moving a little bit.
Often see that, do you? Not ideal.
That's a little bit like, oops.
Yes, it would have been nice to have spotted that before, but it's been changed now.
Just in time. But it might do something to your mind, though, if you're hanging there and you suddenly see the stick above you.
See, guys, if you're on live chat, please ask Marian some questions. She's in the commentary box with us, so now's your moment. Now, this big Stein move down.
Yeah, that's a heavy pull. You have to have some biceps to be able to do this one, but Cena has, we all know, so she did that quite well.
And tell me about this next hole, because a few athletes at the beginning were fiddling with it.
One. Yes, it's a technical one. You have to take it as a wrap, but when you read the route, you think it's like a side pull. So everybody, when reading the route, thought it was sideways, and then suddenly you're there like, hey, wait a second, this is not sideways. You have to take it as a wrap, so you hang your ice axe over it. That's a tricky one.
Oh, she loses the foot.
A lot of strength to be able to fix that.
What a save, eh? And then these ice barrels that we've been presuming they're quite slippery. What do they feel like today?
They're not just slippery, but they're turning. And the turning thing is very annoying. So you're turning around, and then you're turning around the wrong side, so you're with your body the wrong position around. That takes so much energy. That was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, it's burnt out a few athletes. It seems to take a lot of time as well to figure out those Fig 4 movements through it.
I just didn't have the power anymore.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of support, by the way. Genevieve says, Pedro has a hug for you and a great climb. Brian saying, the folks in Boulder want to know how tall you are and how many dogs you have.
I've got 3 Dachshunds, sausage dogs. So that's what I have.
Okay, now Cena on this move. Now, the opportunity to shake here, or a few have taken it anyway, on this big gold hold.
Yeah, I took my foot over the barrel, so there's no red lines on the barrel. As long as you do not touch any of the quick draws and everything above, you're allowed to put your feet and put your ice axes anywhere you like. And that helped me quite a bit to get a little bit of energy back.
And she's timed this well. She's got a lot of time.
She's got quite a bit of time, yes.
Yeah, we saw it.
And this move was so weird because, look, she's got the same issue. You're turning around all the time and turning so much that you don't know where to go.
Yeah, and I think she hit the metal there when she was trying to pick into the top.
I'm not sure. Is this a smart thing? I was thinking of doing this as well, but with the competition ice axes, it's difficult to get your ice tool that high up. And the risk is that the ice is breaking as well, and ice breaking is not a technical incident, meaning you have to be so careful if you're not placing your ice axes in the holes, but actually onto the top of the barrels.
Okay, and this move, such a long way to go, especially when you're spinning away from it, as you were saying all the time.
You're spinning, you have to get some momentum somehow. And this is what I kind of wanted to do, but I couldn't get it. And she's got it. This is strong move she's doing now.
Yeah, that's foot in at the bottom.
With her foot onto the barrel also.
And a good heel hook on top. Now, this is a good hold, isn't it, this screw?
It's quite a good one because it's kind of like a lip, but then they put a screw on the end, so you cannot really pull out. And that helps a bit.
And I know this is your time.
Now I'm crossing my fingers for myself, but I see how much time she's got left. So she's definitely faster than I was over here.
Yeah, she has potential to overtake you, I'm afraid, at the moment.
Yeah,
but
she does.
Has a couple of moments there, swinging back. Okay, reverse grip on that tool. Careful not to kick your own foot off. And then what looks like a long traverse left and then a traverse back right again.
There's still forever to go. I read the route over there and there's some interesting moves higher up where you have to like really go sideways, semi-dynamic. Oh, and she's got it.
I think there goes your high point.
Next one, and that's my high point, unfortunately.
Well, look, still silver medal or bronze at the moment, which is amazing. But Cena with some power moves.
She's past me, but she's got so much time left, so totally understandable.
Now, will it be silver or gold for Cena Gs? Remember, Shin is up next, who was looking so good in semi-finals. So let's see what she does next, and she does fall. Big slip.
All right.
Well, it's just further than you, only just.
Yeah, but just enough for her for the second place. Well done, Cena, though.
Well, look, we're going to let you go because I know you want to go down and celebrate. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been fascinating hearing firsthand what that route was like. It was amazing to come. Thank you. We'll see you in a bit.
See you again.
Fingers crossed for whatever medal it is.
Yeah, exactly.
See you later. Okay, so here we go. This is the replay of Cena's fall. And it's pretty cool to hear literally from the horse's mouth, so to speak, of someone on the route.
I know, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You're from someone who can actually do these moves, and not someone that can pretend that they do these moves.
Are you saying I can't do these moves?
I'm saying we both can't do these moves.
Yeah, you're right. You're entirely correct, yeah. Okay, next up, Benjamin Bosard, qualified in second for this final. And a very strong man. Very unique style, super smooth and slick with most of his sequences as well.
He is the most Swiss man you will ever meet in your life.
He seems very unflustered at all times.
That's a word for it, yeah.
That's the quick draw swinging.
The Swiss team do look like they could be on Climb magazine or the cover of Vogue, don't they?
I know what you mean. Perfect uniforms. Yeah.
Johnny Brown made from stone.
Yeah, we'll have to make a statue of them.
I know. Cut loose, up we go.
Yeah. And there's the cut loose, there's the leg over.
So, young Benji here, see if you look at the back of his wrists where your watch would be, there's no hair on them.
Because he's rubbed it all away.
The amount of time he spends on fig 4s and 9s.
Yes, I've heard that is a common thing. All right, so this is approaching where Jorge had to retreat on this section, but earlier on. No issues for Benjamin.
Now, I can't believe I've noticed this, but both Johnny and Benji are both wearing one black glove, one white glove.
Good spot, yeah.
Think that's in protest of anything?
I would dare to even guess. Right, hooks in, eyes up the next hold. Just got it first time.
Go on, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, feet driving in above his head. Horizontal on the wall. Had a cheeky look there at that hold to make sure.
Don't like it.
No. What is fig foreign off it? That's smooth stuff, you know. That was really well done. Okay. He'll make the clip standing on the barrel.
See how easy he's made this look with his foot on top of the volume? He looks quite chilled out there.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it, to stand like that?
Well, when I seen Tristan do it, and Tristan is literally one of the finest climbers in the world, I thought, this is going to be a nightmare.
Okay, so Benjamin has this side pull. Changes grip. Nice and accurate on that move.
Good.
I've got a Scottish winter climbing question coming up for you in a minute, Oz, so
excellent.
Get prepared. Excellent. But watch this first. Now, this is where Jorge got DQ'd, and it was confirmed, so he hooked the structure behind. We couldn't see it on the camera.
Oh.
He touches it, but from what I understand, that's okay. But we'll have to wait and see. It's if you kind of use it, touch it, hook it.
see if it doesn't aid your
Yeah.
descent in any way. Like, it has to be a wee thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no one's called him down, so I think we're okay. So, leg over. Reaches up into the big pocket now. Hasn't made that clip yet, so...
Where do you think the best clipping position for this is?
Well, I think he's done really well there, look.
Because I think
I mean, it's kind of horizontal to him now.
here and then... There you go.
Yeah. That's really smooth from him. I would have been tempted to clip it lower, to be honest, but he, spotted it.
And he almost overreaches. See, when he's going for something, you see a big loop of the arm and just gets over the top of it and brings it down. I think he always likes to make sure first time.
Yeah, and I suppose it makes sense. You don't want to keep going.
This is
Yeah,
the best I've seen anyone climb this.
yeah, he's done this beautifully. I mean, to go quickly through this is something that no one's done.
This is a legendary run. This looks really, really good.
All right, fiddling for the clip, gets it in now.
Beautifully done.
Fiddles those legs around, looks up, hooks into, ooh, little adjustment. Went from the right to the left of that hold.
Perfectly done.
Yeah. All right, clip in and he will chill for just a second here. He's got a lot of time,
He's have a lot of time. You almost just want to whisper it in his ear, being like, mate, a few more moves.
Yeah.
Just keep chipping away. Don't rush anything.
Up into second. So let's see what happens. Oh, foot slips. Oh, he does fall.
Unlucky Benji.
Oh, there was no way he was pumped or anything
So
there.
I think just going off what I've seen live there, right foot pop and then left arse gone. Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh, he had so much more.
Yeah. Oh, he's just trying to find out where he is on the...
He's saying first, that wasn't updated on our scores, but it might just take a while to settle in.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get an update when it does go through. Because, it wasn't quite there yet. But this was super smooth through here, as expected. Feet high above his head. And what we really want to see is this fall. What happened? Oh, he was on the coping almost. You know, the joint between the two bits of wall.
So the hole that he was on and looked like he actually waited, it looks like you pulled to the right and then he had that. He done everything right and just right.
Yeah, I think we are going to have a score. Oh, second. So he put up his number one finger, but no, down in second for Benjamin. So Younggeon Lee is leading the way, which means he's guaranteed a silver. Okay, final athlete for the women. And this lady was just amazing in semi-final.
Look at this pace already at the blocks.
She knows she's got to climb quick. She'll know no one's topped it out.
Woo-Sun Shin's going to win.
I would put money on it, in all honesty. Like, she was so good in semi-finals.
Yeah.
But it's not a given here because we've seen so many. We just saw one with Benjamin. It was looking amazing and then popped off. So she's got it on paper, but paper means nothing when it comes to ice.
I think for her, in front of this our home venue, in front of her home fans, it's like plus 10 attributes on everything, and she's just going to go for it.
Maybe pressure. I mean, look, I don't want to talk her down, but she's got a lot of pressure on her. Home World Cup, everyone watching.
I once seen Woo-Sun Shin the day after World Cup in France. We were at the structure training, having a go on the routes. She climbed the women's final 6 times.
In a row?
Well, as soon as she could get back onto it,
oh my goodness,
because everyone was trying it, she's just up, down, up, down.
She's got effortless endurance, Never looks like she's trying that hard.
Yeah.
And, one of our more experienced competitors as well, and it's just amazing. She's still going strong.
One of the very few athletes who's actually won in Russia as well over the years.
Okay. Yeah, which is a hard place to do. The Russian athlete's unbelievably strong. Okay, so using her grip well to up underneath into this Stein pull. 32 is the high point.
Do you notice she's taking the rope up with her? Like, takes the rope up, makes an alteration, and then moves, so she's not taking up wasted time.
Yeah. Good spot. Okay. Up she goes into this. As Marian was saying, the first of the really tricky moves, this. Bit insecure, very powerful. Feet slam across. Big kick in as she rocks on that right arm. Has a look down low. Feet skate for a moment. She recovers well.
Perfectly relaxes into it.
No issues with that drop down, was there?
None at all.
And we know Marian was saying it's a bicep-y move. It didn't look it for Shin.
No. And the presence of mind that she'll have as well. Like, see, just now, she'll be like, I'm taking massive breaths. I think that I'm really bad for is you try so hard, and see, when you get to a resting point, I've got my axe in my mouth, I can't get enough oxygen in. Not here.
All right. Barrels to come. She's looked good on the wood. It hasn't... Yeah, that clip's to come. Oh, she starts going upside down here. She'll get the clip in off the plywood and then commit to the barrels now. 4 minutes 40 on the clock.
There's plenty left.
So the only one who can push Cena Gs off the top spot is this lady here in front of the home crowd into another pocket. YouTube chat, let's hear your support for this legend on the wall, please. In fact, let's do a heart button hammer. I haven't done that in a while, so smash that heart button down by the bottom right. Give us some love.
Now, let's see how we get out of the battle onto this hold, because this is difficult.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you go to a good hole where you can shake, but getting there is another thing. No problem. No problem for Shin. And double heels on top. And do remember, everyone, I mean, there's rubber on the back of those heels, which is not great on ice.
Long reach here.
Thank you for the hearts, everyone. Loving watching those drifting through my screen. So, Shin has done well. She has taken a bit of the pace off.
You just wonder, does she have a feel for how high she needs to get, or is she even thinking about that? Like, I'm just going climbing, we'll see how it goes.
I think she'll have... I mean, you'd think you'd hear it, you know, if someone tops it out. I know they're in isolation, but it's only a tent, let's be honest.
Yeah. And it is super loud out here.
Yeah.
But with 3 minutes, well, over 3 minutes left, she's got time to top.
Yeah, she does. She's resting. She knows there's a big move to come. Marian was saying how the ice moves away from you when you try to make the move, which doesn't help. It's a big one. Oh, slips down.
Now, she looked at the top of the ice barrel before she went. I wonder, is she going to think about going into the top of it just to get that extra? I know it only looks like 4 or 5 inches.
No, I think it's made a difference. Those who have done it, I think it's helped. How is your fig foring off a real...
Also, Xena managed to get both her feet onto the barrel.
Yeah.
We've got the swing on.
She's going for this swing, but I don't think it's going to help. So, Shin in 6th at the moment.
She's going to try something different now, you can tell.
She wants to kick in under. Oh, wow. Well, she's got the time to figure it out, but Cena's 32 is a long way from where she is. You can tell she's just trying to get power to go for this big move.
Yeah. Trying to buy herself some extra time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tense.
It's a long way, isn't it? Shin really struggling here. Oz, is our money at risk here? This is why we shouldn't gamble.
No, this is what happens. I'm not going to back down. I'm going to double down.
Okay, double. This is really why you shouldn't gamble. She's got to find something huge. She's just, I think, got to just raw power this. She's looking underneath the barrel, trying to find maybe a lip to kick into.
Seconds are going.
And energy burning. I mean, you said it's not a restful position, this.
It's just a stressful position.
It is, yeah.
And you're just getting colder, you're getting wetter. It's just not a nice place to be.
Oh, and she's nowhere near it on that attempt. That attempt.
Come on.
Oh,
come on.
So close. You get the feeling she's never going to let go, but I also don't feel like she's any closer to doing the move, you know?
I don't think she will let go. She'll time out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're coming up to the minute mark on the clock. Can Shin find some power from somewhere? But I don't think she's left herself enough time to beat Cena's score.
No. And see the belay loop on her harness in that position. You'd ideally want that like crunched up against your knee to get that kind of distance. She can't do anything with her feet. This is the difficult thing. She doesn't have the height of Marian.
Yeah.
She hasn't put her feet into the volume like Cena did.
Wow, this is a shock.
She's committed.
She hasn't got this height.
Come on. Right, 30 seconds left.
She's got to do something new. I
know. Like you just have to abandon what you think is right now and just try.
But I mean, then to get into that scrunched up position to kick into the bottom of the barrel takes power. To do a heel hook above your head takes power.
Yeah. Come on.
And she hasn't thought about picking into the top of the barrel. Hasn't crossed her mind yet. She's going to get timed out here, you know. Wow. Well, Shin down in 6th, the shocker of the finals.
Beaten by the barrel.
The barrel got her here in Korea, and that is time for Shin.
Oh,
that was 2 minutes of pain.
Unbelievable.
Wow. So we'll try to see a leaderboard at some point. That's the end of the women's competition here. But what a shocker. And you could see from the look on her face, disappointment from her. Well, it started off brilliantly.
So I'm not going to say anything about where anyone is yet until we see the graphic, but this has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons.
It really has. It's so compared to that podium as well. Because I think everyone thought she'd at least get to the podium. But this move we're watching here got her at the end. Inches away, but inches are everything.
This might even come down to, did she get a touch on it? Is she going to get a wee half point?
I think she did. Well, let's see if we can see a flash score of the graphics, even though we've got a gentleman climbing here, final athlete.
Oh.
Let's just have a little look just to confirm it, if possible, because Safarian is underway here. Up he goes, yes, so down in 6th, so, yeah, and that top 3. So now we know our podium for the women.
Wow. Oh, Eimir made it.
Eimir made it. Unbelievable. Bronze medal for her.
Oh, wow.
Incredible stuff. Well, what a comeback competition for her. Okay, so back to the men's action here. Safarian is underway. He won the speed yesterday.
Yeah.
Won gold medal.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are talking about him being the favourite here tonight as well.
Absolutely. Now, if you're watching him climb and you think that there is a poisonous Ethiopian caterpillar on his lip, it is in fact a moustache. It's an absolute cracker. I don't know how you go on the plane with that thing. But he is, I think, pound for pound, speed and lead, the finest athlete that we have on the tour.
Oh, it takes a lot to give me the giggles, and you really did just then. That was brilliant. No comment.
The young ones like me in the team.
No comment is all I can say.
Right, look at this.
Yeah, super. I mean, he takes that speed power he's got and transfers it to the lead wall.
Yeah.
Unreal stuff from him.
Really, really, really liked athlete as well on the
tour.
Everyone just has
respected, you can tell it.
Yeah, he's been about for a hot minute as well. I think over 10 years now.
Well, come on, chat. Are we supporting Safarian here? So we are in the commentary box. Stats.
See, you just looking at this, you wouldn't say that was in.
Yeah, it's borderline anyway, isn't it?
I thought this all the time.
Yeah. Cool. This is risky stuff, though.
It looks like he's unlocked a rare camo for his axes with the red. With
the tape, We've got caterpillars and camels going on. Are you trying to get some kind of bingo in here for your
No, I promise you I'm not.
That would have been amazing if you had.
It's like some snakeskin.
I'd help you out.
Yeah.
All right, well, he got through that sketchy moment and then gets this clip in over the lip of the overhang now. Good stuff. From Mohamed Reza Safarian.
I'm shook at that women's final. I'm absolutely shook.
I know, I'm still recovering from it. Not what I expected. So, this move out left to come here. Got to be careful. I'm paranoid about feet touching the back of the wall now.
You just don't want to see a climber getting put out by that, do you? It's just unfortunate.
I mean, but I also believe that if you have a rule, you've got to disqualify.
Again,
you've got to have rules, you've got to enforce them.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I don't like inconsistency, so that's the thing I hate.
Agreed.
So Safarian, please don't touch it though, having said all that. There is the back of the structure we can see. He's going to have to... he's going to pop for this.
So he's roughly the same height as me. So about 5'5" on a good day, just when you woke up in the morning.
Feet are in the wrong position then, aren't they? He needs to move them a bit closer.
This is where you see Johnny Brown and Virgile make things look so much easier.
Yeah, that was just on.
There you go.
For Safarian there.
Now he'll come into his own.
Yeah, he'll speed up again now.
In 3 of these barrels, watch. What are we at just now, time-wise?
Not sure for time on this one, but round about. Okay, we've lost the clock a bit, so we'll let you know if Well, we won't be able to find out, so we'll hope he climbs fast through here.
He'll go through here rapid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and you can see him just push that accelerator down, can't you, and start to change gear. Quick stuff through the ice. Do go back and watch the speed if you missed it last night, by the way. It was a fun one.
Speed was excellent last night.
It's always entertaining. Well, we say he's sped up, but he's kind of sped up but going nowhere. A little bit
He's
here.
doing a lot, but not...
Yeah, exactly. Not really making progress.
Yeah.
Still kind of in the same barrel, same position. Now goes round a bit. And now starts to eye up this next barrel. That's better.
Nicely
Leg
done,
over.
Nicely done.
Yes, okay.
He climbs with such authority. He doesn't even move to move. Just like power, power, power.
Yeah, once those axes are in, they're not moving.
Yeah.
So, 6th. 5th is 26. The first is 31.1, which is quite a long way away, but he's...
See that core just working there?
Yeah. I'm very confident cramponing in under those barrels. We know how bad that is.
Yeah. But it's like, see if you climb ice out in the wild, you have to either go very, very precise or kick really hard. And he's just read it correctly from the get-go.
Yes, he has. Gets that clip in as well, so no more clip faff as he eyes up the...
Look at him kind of doing like not a heel hook, but trying to lever the front of his boot off the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Now he's in, not on the plywood yet, and it looked like he was struggling for reach again on this move.
There we go. Short guy beater.
Yeah, picking into... I love this new rule. Picking in nicely.
So you want the right, and then... Oh, I would have put the left leg over.
Again, a bit like Shin. He's just sort of stuck.
He wants to get the left leg over his right arm, I think.
Wow, our favourite.
This is a massive lock-off for him.
It is, isn't it?
If he's going to do it that way.
Oh,
my goodness.
Pure power.
Come on.
That's all that was. Big grunty move for Safarian now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Right, this is the move. Push with the left foot.
He's quickly jumping up the podium in second now. Guaranteed silver.
Yes!
Stretches now for this clip. There's so much drag.
Don't blink, mate. Don't blink. He wants his left hand on. Right, onto the next hold, mate. Come on.
He's very close to topping our podium here. Big move up.
Oh, how's he still on?
Crowd are screaming. It's so exciting here.
He's going to do this as well. Notice the left hand is in reverse because you want to pull up with the bicep and not over the top.
Such a long way, though. It's almost a dino of a move.
Come on.
Exciting last run for us here in Cheongsong. He's in.
Yes.
That should jump him up.
Is he on it? Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's on something.
We'll wait for our score to be updated. We think that's easily in, though, so that should be the gold medal. We think, maybe not. I'm not sure if we're behind on the scores here. Oh, hello. So, I'm not sure if the scores aren't there yet, but we're going to get confirmation as soon as we possibly can, just to make sure of this. Come on, the Tash. Love it. Brilliant stuff. He's waiting for confirmation. We're waiting for confirmation. Hold your breath, everyone. Has he done enough for that gold?
So it looks like he's in definitely second.
Yeah, definitely second. Well, we'll see a replay while we wait for this confirmation. This was down low. Good moves. Did take him a while on the second barrel. It might have cost him a bit of power. But he dug so deep to make this sequence.
So difficult with the angle on this boom.
And then this huge move finally. He was kind of looking back. I don't know if he maybe got timed out because we didn't know. Because he got through this sequence and he was looking back when he slipped.
Well, going by the crowd reaction, you could hear that this was obviously a big move.
There, see what I mean? It's kind of like a weird little body shift he did.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can get some results up on the screen here because we'll find out as soon as possibly can just to confirm this.
What a great final.
Good one, wasn't it? Yeah, and here we go. So this is the women's results. So Cena Gs, Marian van der Stier and Eimir are the podium. Catalina Shirley in 5th. Lorena Beck 4th. Lorena Beck 5th. Wuxin Shin with that shocker of a move down in 6th. Aneta Louzecka in 27th with 27, and then Vivian LaBelle in 8th. So that is our women's top 8. It's the men's I'm excited to see. Younggeon Lee, and yeah, look, there he is, not in goal, but silver medal for Mohamed Reza Safarian. Benjamin Bosard in 3rd. Min Chol Kim, Tristan Ladevant, I think up our top 5. Virgile Devine in 6th. Jorge DQ, so got downgraded to 15th, and Jonathan Arthur Brown in 12th after that slip. So, unreal stuff, Oz. What a performance there from the athletes. What a performance from us, Oz. We were incredible. Well, yeah, and just a reminder, and we will say goodbye at this point, Oz, to our broadcast as well. So, look, thank you for your career, number one. It's been an absolute pleasure calling your climbs along the way, and well done, and best of luck for the future, man.
Thank you very much, pal.
Now, we're going to leave you with a teaser for a brilliant documentary on thin ice made last year for 2024, the stories of the athletes told. So watch this teaser, go and watch the series, and we will be back next week in Saas-Fee for round 2 of the World Cup. See you soon. The sport of competitive ice climbing, fundamentally, is sport climbing with deadly weapons.
I don't know, there's something about it that makes us keep coming back.
It's a sport. The sport's brutal. The whole point in sport is that someone wins and someone loses.
Oh, she's in real trouble here. Look at the effort on her face. Shaking. Hits it and misses.
If you can win the lottery and how lucky you can be to win the lottery, I had exactly the opposite this week.
That's going to be gold. What a moment.
Again, using it a shot.
Oh my goodness. I shouldn't.
No!
My fingers weren't crossed hard enough.
I had my very, very first podium place on the World Cup.
Can she keep it together?
Surely not.
Oh my god, my shoulders hurt.
I know. This could be a top. It should be a top.
Yeah.
And it's going to be.
It's the first stop of the evening.
Marian, I'd love to see her win a World Cup. She's got it at some point.
Chew with me. Not a little. Chew with me.